Chris Miller was supposed to pick up his 3.5-month-old baby boy Jackson from daycare and take him to a doctor's appointment, but the two never make it to the doctor. Now they're both missing. Jackson's wife says she noticed her husband took a large quantity of milk and diapers from their home, more than what would have been needed for the day. Was this vanishing act planned, or are Jackson and Chris Miller the victims of foul play? Police believe the two may be traveling to Kentucky in a 2003 black Volkswagen Beetle with Illinois license plate L324339. How do a father and son disappear? A mother is hoping tonight to be reunited with her infant son.
We are taking your calls straight out to Kathy Cheney with the Chicago Defender. Kathy, what can you tell us?
Well, the mom lost all contact with the father after she was trying to get in touch with him. All the calls continued to go to the voicemail. The police are looking at the cell phone records, and they're looking into bank accounts and credit card use to see if anything has been used. But so far, they haven't divulged anything, and the mom's just worried and hoping to get her family back.
I guess she is. We're talking about a 3-month-old baby. To Dr. Marnie McCary, apparently a lot of diapers and breast milk were taken from the home. Look, you can only carry so much breast milk, all right? You can only amass so much breast milk. And then what's the father going to do?
Yeah, he probably has no idea what he needs to do. He probably has no idea what the needs of the child are in terms of nutrition and preventing dehydration. A mother is keenly aware of their breast milk, especially when it's pumped, and the fact that she could note this so, precisely means that she could tell something's wrong.
And another thing, Dr. Marnie McCary, and I don't really know if the specifics are going to sink in with you, but you can't breastfeed a child, breastfeed a child, breastfeed a child, and then suddenly poke a bottle in its mouth. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, the child becomes accustomed to the breast milk. It's got antibodies and things that processed milk doesn't have. It's clearly better, and a child is smart enough to be able to tell the difference.
Well, or vice versa. You can't feed on the bottle, feed on the bottle, feed on the bottle for 3 months, and then suddenly switch to breastfeeding. It's like asking somebody to suddenly start eating with a shovel, when you're used to a fork and a spoon. It's a completely different thing for a 3-month-old baby. Everybody, we are talking about 3-month-old Jackson Miller. His father takes him out of daycare, says they're going to the doctor's appointment. They never show up. Mommy gets home to find out a large amount of breast milk and diapers are gone. He's not picking up his cell phone. Nobody can find his VW. Where is he, and what has happened to the baby? Marlena Shivo, what else do we know?
Well, we know that he picked up his son at about 1 p.m., and then he was supposed to go to the doctor's appointment. We know he never showed up. But the wife, we know that she called him, got no answer, called the doctors, found out they didn't show up, and then she called police. And it was at that point they started frantically searching. They have right now they are searching his bank records, and they're trying to triangulate his phone, but apparently his phone is turned off. The only clue they have is that he might be heading to Louisville.
Louisville for what?
Well, they say he has relatives in that area.
Did you say Louisville? Did you say that?
Louisville,
Are you talking about Louisville, Kentucky?
Yes.
Louisville. Why would he go to Louisville?
He has relatives in that area, according to police.
Okay, you know what? To you, Eleanor Odom, when somebody jumps bond, gets out of jail, where do you go? You go and sit outside the mother's house or the grandmother's house or the auntie's house. Just sit there in an unmarked car. They'll show up. If they don't show up, go in, look under the bed. There they are. Great point, Marlena. He has relatives there in Louisville. Joining me right now, special guest Sergeant John Nebel from Schaumburg Police Department. Sergeant, thank you for being with us. What can you tell us, Sergeant? Did you just think that maybe he drove off a bridge, maybe there was some kind of crash or an accident until the mom notices the breast milk and the diapers are gone?
When she came to us initially, she notified us that the breast milk and the diapers were gone. So initially, it does appear that he left of his own will. We don't have any reason to believe or information to believe that he's in any danger or that Jackson's in any danger. And for the fact that he's from Louisville, Kentucky, and he has family there, we're certainly hoping that he might be en route to that area.
But why? Did he give any? Did the wife give any suggestion? Had they been arguing about how to take care of the baby? What led up to this?
You know, that's a truly frustrating thing, not only for us, but for Christopher's wife, is that there was actually no indication that this was coming. There's been no specific marital discourse. There's been no history of police activity at the home. He left no notes. He made no threats. Again, that's the frustrating thing, not only for his wife and, mom of Jackson, but for us. We're really not sure why he
Okay,
left.
Sergeant, question. Okay, I know this is an odd question, but how much breast milk was taken and how many diapers?
I don't have an exact quantity. What I was told, it was more than that was necessary for the afternoon trip, and
Okay, that's all I needed to know, Sergeant.
But, yeah.
That's all I needed to know, Sergeant. You hit the nail on the head, because I was thinking, well, maybe he only took it with him because he didn't know how much to take to the doctor. He thought he might be gone all afternoon, and he didn't know exactly how much to take to it, so he took too much. But you're giving me the answer, and it's not a good answer. To Tom Shamshak, former police chief, now private investigator, instructor at BU Boston University. Tom, what do we do now?
Nancy, I think they're at the point where an Amber Alert should be triggered. If they've gone interstate, the one key element that would help discover the whereabouts is to get this information out there in the form of an Amber Alert. Also, what did this fellow do for work? Why, were there problems at his place of employment? What triggered this? Is he in the throes of a crisis? Good
point.
questions we need to have answered.
Dr. Bethany Marshall, very quickly, why do people nut up when they have a baby? Typically, you hear about moms, but here we've got the dad taking off with a 3-month-old baby. Why?
Well, certainly in this case, I would wonder, is he jealous towards the child? Does he want to control the child as a way to control the mom? Is he in the middle of a bipolar episode? Where was his
there
family?
you go. Nobody has said bipolar. Where did you just grab that out of the air?
You used the word nut up, and he's very decompensated, meaning he's not thinking rationally. But the only silver lining in this story is that he did take the breast milk, which means he does not mean to immediately kill the child.
Oh my goodness gracious, Sam. I mean, it's possible that he took the child to go visit relatives and decided not to tell his wife or his girlfriend or whoever that is. It could be that he's taken the child because he doesn't like the way the mother is rearing the child. I mean, there's a host of things. And with Nancy doing this thing about the breast milk, if he took breast milk, obviously he took it from the refrigerator, and the baby is taking a bottle with breast milk. The mother may also be alternating breastfeeding and using a bottle with breast milk. You can do both. The only problem that should occur is if they run out of breast milk and the child has to go on formula, which the child may take to immediately or may not. But, oh my goodness, bipolar.